Fellas, you know Degree Cool Rush deodorant, right? Well, last year they changed the formula, and guys were mad about it. One dude even started a petition. So guess what? Degree heard us, admitted they messed up, and brought the original Cool Rush scent back exactly how it was. And it's in Walmart, Target, and other stores now for under $4. So grab some and remember why its cool, crisp, and fresh scent made it the #1 men's antiperspirant for the last decade. Degree Cool Rush is back, and it smells like victory for all of us.
The last thing you want to hear when you need your auto insurance most is a robot with countless irrelevant menu options. Which is why with USAA Auto Insurance, you'll get great service that is easy and reliable, all at the touch of a button. Get a quote today. Restrictions apply.
USAA. Hilton brings you new ways to stay, with experiences that let you capture the glory days. Introducing the Graduate Hotels. Each inspired by local college towns, these stays are always original and never boring. Get in touch with traditions all across the country and enjoy a stay that's a class above the rest. Book at Graduate Hotels with Hilton Honors Points at Hilton.com. It's a win-win. Hilton, for the stay.
From the Fifth Quarter Studios in Madison, Wisconsin, you are listening to High School Hoops with our hosts, Steve Collins and Jake Steger. Hey, everybody. Welcome to High School Hoops, episode 36. Very excited about this one. We're going to talk about our 5 skills that every player should have or work on during the summer. So I'm super excited about that. But before we get to that, I want to give a big shout out to Dr. Dish, who keeps being the most innovative technology out there in the shooting machine industry. Go over and check them out. Make sure you mention Coach Unplugged, and they'll give you $300 off your next purchase. Also, make sure you go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. Like I said, it's got videos, it's got audios, it's got a little bit of everything you need. I think next week I'm going to start reading some of my testimonials, but to see how much the coaches I'm doing these intros right after getting off about 3 hours of calls with coaches all around the country. So let me help you. We have purchase orders. We have all sorts of different options for subscriptions. Go over and check that out. Also, if you like Coach Unplugged, I'll put the link down below, or High School Hoops. I'll say it right. I'll put the link down below. You can go on to our Amazon affiliates, click on it, then just do your Amazon shopping. It's kind of like having a travel agent. It doesn't cost you anything, and then we get a little affiliate link for that. So, and we would love those 5-star reviews too if you could do that for us. All right, is that enough homework? All right, let's head off to the podcast. All right, welcome to High School Hoops, episode 36. All right, Coach, I like this one. So you're gonna tell the topic, and then I'm gonna come in and explain the rules on the topic.
Yeah. So this will be entertaining for our listeners today. 5 skills every high school basketball player should work on during the summer.
Okay. So here's what's gonna happen is we each get 2. So I'm going to get 1, then he's going to get 1, then I'm going to get 1, then he's going to get 1, and then Jake and I are going to come back, and we're going to agree on the 5th one. Does that sound fair?
Yep. So
and then the next time we do best of or worst of, you'll go first, I'll go second. All right.
Oh, sure. Doesn't make a difference.
Okay. So 5 skills every player needs to have. So this is number 1. I would make this number 1, number 2, number 3, maybe number 4 if I could. I think every kid in the summer should be working on their shot. I don't think kids shoot as well as they used to. I don't think it's a skill that's been – I think it's a skill that's lost in the wind of the three-point line in the NBA and so on and so forth. So my first one is going to be the skill of being able to just shoot the basketball. You are open. You can hit a 12-footer or a 30-footer or whatever it is. You can shoot the basketball. That's going to be my number 1 skill that a kid should work on, and that is very doable to work on.
Right. I would agree with you. That was the first one that I had on my list.
Okay.
So on that going, I want to give you a little validation. And I look at the good teams out there this year in the NBA playoffs and NCAA tournament in high school. It's easier to get to the rim when you have shooters. Everything becomes easier. You can attack the rim when you got guys that can shoot. You know, we have luxury right now to have a Milwaukee Bucks team. Giannis gets the rim every time because he's got 4 guys that can shoot around him, you know,
Right.
if he didn't have shooters. So that's why that skill is so important, because any offense is very effective when you can shoot the basketball.
Yes.
Dribble drive is far more effective if you can shoot the basketball. The swing offense, okay, motion offense, doesn't matter what you run. If you got shooters, Steve, you can run any good offense.
It makes up for all your ills.
There you go.
So if there's one skill, so what we're shouting from the mountaintops is, if there's one thing that you work on with your players, have them shoot.
Yes.
Shoot and not go in and do no, I mean like focus. Go in 20 minutes, literally 20 minutes. I mean, I think today my son was in 45 minutes. I bet he got up.
And have them track it, compete, you know, and there's so many things you can do with shooting that make it fun, you know, or have them compete against a teammate that day. I'm going to go in with my buddy and we're going to do the same shooting program and we're going to tally out and see who loses, and the losers got 50 push-ups or whatever. Right. I mean, seriously, those little things just add competition and fun to your program. Yep.
Shots. Okay. That's number 1. I think we agree. Okay. Your turn.
Okay. I'm going to say that to me, something that a lot of players still don't have is like weak hand development or ball handling. I think ball handling is huge because we talk about, you know, I talk about the importance of finishing. I talk about all this stuff, but you can't get to the rim if you can't handle the basketball, you know? And so you got to be able to handle the basketball. I still see a lot of guys when I was a junior college assistant that still didn't have a left hand. You know, they're still one directional. I'm sure even at Division I at Memorial, you see still a lot of players that are still going right hand. You watch a lot of film. Most teams go right hand. So if you're able to develop that weak hand and get better at handling the basketball, again, makes your offense better, makes your team better.
Yep. Okay. I 100%. That was on mine. That's okay. So we're good so far. Ding, ding, ding.
Okay.
All right. My next one is strength.
That was on mine too, but go ahead.
That's it. Mine is strength. And, you know, this is a weakness for me. And luckily my kids have been football players and lifted. And it's like the weight room is not one of my strengths as a coach. So I have other people help me with that because it's not my strength. But the strong take from the smart, or actually that's wrong. The smart take from the strong, but you have to be strong to start with. And if you're not, you got some problems. There's a reason 12, 13-year-olds that maybe have game, those little puppies that look like they can't play at the highest level at the high school even if it's too physical. And usually it's a strength issue. It's not I can't hoop. You're just going to get bumped off your center so much that you're not going to be able to do anything.
I agree.
Okay. That was done. That's easy. Okay.
That one's easy. So we're on number 4. Yep. I'm going to go with one, and I had a hard time trying to put it into, but I think if players can really work on their first step attacking the rim, it's huge. So what I'm saying is that we watch the game so much and they're using 15 different combination moves to get to the rim. But if we can get players to play one-on-one, 2 dribble max, getting to the rim with 1 or 2 dribbles, or they're at a cone at the wing and they got 1 or 2 dribbles to get to the rim, you know, and just being that.
Well, I hope you're enjoying that as much as I am. Please take 30 seconds, go over, subscribe, and like. We would also love if you went over and checked out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. It is the solution for your coaching angst. It is the solution for that offense that you're looking for. It's the solution for you wondering what you should do next offensively or defensively. It's just dealing with parents. It's dealing with that player that won't play hard for you. We're all there to help. It's a great supportive community. Go over and check it out. I do not think you'll be disappointed. All right, back to the podcast. That
first step, explosiveness, it just makes your team and makes that player that much better, focusing on getting low and athletic stance. If you listen to my interview on Coach Unplugged, I talked to Coach Epps out of California about so many people are so concerned about these fake fundamentals of, double behind the back and so
or
forth.
the
But
Euro
really,
or all that.
and all that stuff. But man,
once
if
a game you'll use it, maybe twice. Yeah.
You take a look and you watch some of these really good guards, it's all about that first step, and getting to the rim,
Right.
kind of thing. And so that's something I think can really help a high school basketball player. If you have a very quick first step, instead of doing all this jitter jatter stuff, I think you can be very effective high school player.
And I'm going to put this as subcategories. I don't want us to take a whole thing. I think it's what you do. I think the first step and what you do with the ball when you get it is really important. So I'm going to put that kind of as a subscript of this one because I don't think it needs its own. But, that whole peek at the rim, that whole gather yourself so that you're a threat.
Consistent 3-point, and the kids that I talked about in my podcast, kids are not consistently in a 3-point stance all the time. So that kind of goes again. Your first step is only effective if you're in a 3-point stance.
And you're a threat.
It all builds upon that.
Yeah, it's a threat. And to be honest with you, when going back to number 2 with the ball handling thing, all you need to be a good high school player is a move and a counter move.
Yep.
That's all you need. That's it.
You don't need
get a good move and get a counter. That's all you need.
And be able to go left.
And be able to go left with it. You got to be able to go both ways with it.
Be strong with both hands and have a good move and a counter to go with it. So if you got a crossover, then you got an inside out fake crossover, and you can go right or left. You're good to go. You don't need anything else in that. And it's like post play. I think about post play in regards to that. You don't need to work on 17 different post moves, and that's another discussion. But
all right, so number 5. What are we gonna agree? What's your thought on this? I got a couple thoughts.
Okay, what's your thoughts? Because I have because the other ones I had were it's very similar to the ones that you had. I had getting to the weight room.
Yep. And
then I had shooting. So I did have. We had very similar of our top.
We have 4. Do we have 4?
The other one that I had is free throw shooting, but it's a subtopic because
I don't think it is. I had free throw shooting. I also had like rebounding and passing and some other things, but I think those are harder to basically work on as a skill. So, and I also have free throws. So I think the reason free throws is the one is it's the difference maker in close games, and. Sure, you might still miss it. You can ask what's her name from Connecticut. She's a great free throw shooter. She missed those free throws in the NCAA finals. But also the kid from Virginia hit 3. But I think there's a mental part. If you shoot enough free throws, you could become a good free throw shooter.
Right. There's only one closed skill. So there's open skills where you need defense and be able to react. There's only one closed skill in the game of basketball, and that is a free throw.
And it's the same. I tell at my basketball camp, I said, it's the easiest shot in basketball because it never changes. You could shoot this in San Diego. You can shoot this in Bismarck, North Dakota. You can do this in Maine. You can do this in Tallahassee, Florida. And it's the exact same distance. It's the exact same height with the exact same ball. It never changes. Never changes.
And I think free throw shooting fits all the other things because if you work on all 5 of those things and you're able to get to the rim and you can shot fake because you're a good shooter and you're getting fouled all the time and you can constantly make free throws because of all the other things you've done, you become a very complete player at the high school level.
Yeah.
So if you're, you know what I mean? Like if you're attacking the rim, and if you can't hit free throws, well, they're going to foul you every time. Right. So it makes sense to really circumference everything else that we did because if you're stronger.
It's the Ethan Happ rule. Sorry, Ethan.
Sorry.
Foul you. You're not going to be able to be in the game.
Nope. Sorry.
You're going to be an All-American and you're going to sit next to me because you can't hit a free throw.
Yep.
Yeah. So I think free throw is good. Let's leave free throw on there. All right. So little tease for next week. If this was the 5 things people need to work on, guess what next week's going to be? I'm not going to say it, but you think about it. All right. Talk to you next week, Coach.
Got it. Thanks.
Right. Hey, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that. Please go over and leave a 5-star review. We would really appreciate that. We would also really appreciate to keep the lights on. Go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. Let us help you with that as difficult parents. Let me help you with the kid that won't go get the 50-50 ball. Let me help you with that out-of-bounds play that will help you win games. Teachhoops.com is that. It is a little bit of everything, but it's a great community. So go over and check it out. Have a great day.
This podcast is part of the Sports Social Podcast Network.